How's it going, guys? This is Isolate here, bringing you week number 5 of the PMC. This one is the team builder. Obviously, you can probably tell that. You can tell, probably. So anyway, this week we're going against a Jersey Dwebbles, coached by Cloud Envy. And you can see his team on the right here, and you can see my team. I'm just like not even. I think I changed this. It used to say like biggest threat, but it kind of makes sense if the one in the bigger circle, and just if it's bigger, it's more of it's the biggest threat. Obviously, you see Tauros for me is the biggest threat. For him is Landers. So anyway, I'm just gonna go through his team. He is in my division as well, so that's pretty cool. I'm just gonna keep damage calcs open just in case I need them. Just to explain a few things. I'm just going on the spreadsheet real quick. I forgot his record. I think he's 2-2 maybe. Sorry about this. It's kind of okay. It says he's 1-2, but I believe he's already had his week 4 match. So I'm not sure how that went, but I'm pretty sure he already had that battle. Maybe he didn't though. Not sure. But what I know is that he's 1-2 so far, so it's cool. We are 3-1, so I really want to get another win here. This is a divisional opponent, so it's more important. Obviously, all the battles are important, but I like winning division battles more because if someone in your division ties you for the same record and differential, whoever had more divisional wins moves on to the playoffs. I think that's how it works. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. But anyway, so that's that. I'm just going to go through his team now, because I've already wasted 2 minutes of just basically nothing. Anyway, Mega Bannete, originally that was the thing that I put on the biggest threat, but Landers is just such bigger threat. I really expect his Mega Bannete to come, because it kind of just makes sense. I feel like it clicks for this battle because Mega Bannete can be offensive or supportive or even defensive with Cotton Guard and Pain Split and stuff. It also gets Will-O-Wisp and T-Wave. It gets, I think it gets Hone Claws or something. Not sure about that though, but it has an amazing attack stat, and it gets Gunk Shot for Clefable. It gets Knockoff for Gligar. It's just really scary. It honestly is really scary, and yeah, it's very unpredictable, which is why I think it's definitely gonna come, and why I think it makes sense, and that's why I think it's gonna come. Anyway, so yeah, very powerful and just very good in my opinion. Its speed kind of lets it down though. Anyway, Zapdos is there, pretty fast, but it's also very bulky. It's usually run bulky, over like anything else, pretty much. Yeah, it can be offensive if you want it to be, but usually people just kind of stray away from that, even though it's really strong. People kind of just go with the defensive set, which kind of makes sense for against my team. But he might run it offensive, because it does get Heat Wave from Mega Scizor and stuff like that. So then next, my opponent has the Keldeo. Very strong threat. Its coverage does let it down, obviously, but it's very fast actually. It's base 109, and no, I think it's 108. Yeah, it's 108. Never mind. So yeah, its coverage is kind of lacking. It only has water. It only has like Hydro Pump or Surfer's Scald or whatever, Secret Sword or Focus Blast, and Icy Wind. Doesn't even get Ice Beam, and then all the hidden powers. So it can get walled by a few things, but yeah, it's still very powerful. So we have to watch out for that. All right, Hawlucha, Unburden boosted monster. It's High Jump Kick. It can Unburden such an unpredictable ability because even if you know they're gonna bring up. They're running on the Unburden ability, you don't know what item they're holding, so that could potentially be scary to go up against. Like usually it's Citrus Berry or whatever, something that you can easily get rid of, but sometimes it's and in League format it's easier to build for your opponent's team. So he might bring like a Yache Berry Hawlucha, so Next up, Haxorus, very strong threat. It can D-dance, it can Swords Dance plus agility, it can just Choice Scarf, just destroy my team. So I definitely gotta watch out for that thing. Landorus is, in my opinion, the biggest threat on his team. It's very powerful. It gets Stealth Rocks. It can be defensive. It can do a bunch of different things. The Rock Polish set is a thing. It can also run Yache Berry, though. He actually did run Yache Berry in week 2, I believe it was. Yeah, it had to be week 2 or week 1, but I'm pretty sure it was week 2. He ran Yache Berry Landorus. So hoping he doesn't do that. To be honest, I'm hoping he's just like a standard Choice Scarf Landorus or a defensive Landorus with rocks. That'll be fine too, but hopefully nothing, special there. So next up, Forretress. I kind of think he's gonna bring Forretress, but I'm pretty prepared for it. So yeah, it shouldn't be that too big of a threat. But we do have hazard removal on this team, so it should be good. But you can never really be sure with Forretress because it's very defensive. Next up, Cinccino. Cinccino's just annoying. It's really fast. It's not very strong, but Tail Slap hitting 5 times every time is gonna be really annoying. And if he brings King's Rock, it's gonna just be stupid. So yeah, that's really annoying. So sorry if you can hear my brother there. Anyway, next up, Gardevoir. Very strong. It can be bulky if it really wants to. Or if it just is, it doesn't really have to want to be bulky, but it can also be Choice Scarfed. It can also have Calm Mind, Wish, Will-O-Wisp, things like that. So definitely something we have to look out for. Next up, Ninetales. Brings the sun, brings the heat. If you get that, okay. Brings the heat. With the drought, can get the sun up. My opponent actually originally had Vileplume, but he traded that for Leavanny, which also gets Chlorophyll. Vileplume gets Chlorophyll, and so does Leavanny. So kind of some synergy in there, like a mini Sun team if he just wants to bring that, which kind of makes sense against my team. But certain things can just completely wall Leavanny. So yeah. Yeah, so Ninetales and Leavanny kind of go hand in hand. I do have to worry about those sticky webs, though, if he tries to do that. But, yeah, we have a pretty solid switch in for that thing. So, I'm just going to look at my team here. Okay, that's not what it's supposed to be. Well, you saw the heat. Okay, anyway, that's unfortunate. I really wanted to give an epic intro to that second set. But anyway, hopefully you didn't see that. We have Eclipse here, our Greninja. She had Unburden, Natural Gift Ice, Hitmonlee with the Unburden. But I actually just found out that Natural Gift, you can't run Natural Gift and Unburden, which in the same set because it's like Unburden's a hidden ability and Natural Gift was like a 4th gen tutor move or something, which really does suck. Because I was hoping to utilize. But when I drafted Hitmonlee, I was thinking in the back of my mind, about that Unburden plus or Natural Gift plus Unburden or whatever. But yeah, we couldn't run that, so because of that, we really didn't have any use for Hitmonlee. Because I wanted to run Natural Gift Ice because Zapdos and Landorus is 2 main switch-ins to it, and it's really cool to be able to just Natural Gift and do a lot of damage at least. But unfortunately, that's not what happened. So Eclipse is here, packing the Life Orb, pretty straightforward. Ice Beam, Extra Sensory, Gunk Shot, Dark Pulse. Sorry, I'm not gonna click as much, but anyway, he has 5 Pokemon weak to Ice, so that's really great for me. Extra Sensory for the Keldeo because otherwise I can't hit that thing at all. Sorry, I keep smacking my mic. Gunk Shot for the Gardevoir, just the Gardevoir because I want to be able to hit that thing really hard. And then finally Dark Pulse. There's really nothing I'd go for Surf on. Like, Surf doesn't really hit anything that the Dark Pulse doesn't, other than Ninetales is the only thing. But to be honest, Ninetales isn't that big of a threat. It's not very strong, and we have things for it. So yeah, I just felt like the Dark Pulse was better just because Mega Bayonet's there. Then we have enough speed to outspeed. I think a max speed Cinccino, just in case he brings that. Like, literally just in case he brings that. Is it that? I feel like it's something else. Maybe it's Holucha, but I feel like I don't know. I'm not sure. But yeah. Anyway, um, and I think it's Cinchino because we needed something else to beat Cinchino. Anyway, triggered. He's coming this week. Tauros is here. Uh, Shiny, obviously. Sheer Force with Ice Beam, Flamethrower. Sorry, Ice Beam, Flamethrower, Thunder in return. Um, so I brought Ice Beam because I was thinking immediately when I looked at my team. I'm like, all right, if I was just like going down the line. I'm like, okay, what gets good ice coverage other than Hidden Power Ice? Because that's pretty predictable. Kyurem does, but um, I feel like he's really gonna predict the Kyurem and bring some crazy stuff. So anyway, and then I'm like, all right, Tauros, special Tauros, come through, come through, special Tauros. So yeah, we have Ice Beam there. Oko's the Landers, obviously barring Yache. I think it Oko's the Hawlucha. 2 it KO's a defensive, like a physically defensive Zapdos. It has a very slim chance of Okoing Haxorus from full, but it still does. It does have that chance to Oko a Haxorus from full. It's like 86 to 101% or something like that. And then Flamethrower is there just for the Forretress. Thunder's there just for the Keldeo because Thunderbolt. Actually, they're both a 2 KO, but I feel like Thunder does more than Thunderbolt, and I feel like I'm willing to take that risk to go for Thunder because if he's in range for Thunder, he's most likely not going to be in range for Thunderbolt. So just because like Keldeo isn't that bulky, but it is bulky enough to take a Thunder from full health. So if I get him like at around 80%, if he takes like 2 Life Orb, hits, then I'm gonna be able to come in with Triggered and pretty much, if he's max offensive, I'm pretty much just gonna be able to, destroy him. Let me actually just calc that real quick. I know the max was 86% or something, but I want to see how much a Thunder does. Oh, it's actually less. Okay, it does 70 to 84%. So if we get the Life Orb, if he gets 3 Life Orb hits off on himself, we're pretty much guaranteeing a kill with Thunder. That is if he's, offensive and stuff. And then return just to smack that on there. I felt like there really wasn't anything else. And return still is stronger than any other special normal move just because she attack stat of 121 and special attack at 92. So anyway, we gotta hurry this up here. Jellicent's here, especially defensive. Walls to Keldeo, that's why I brought it. I'm still considering Wackenberry, just for, a Hidden Power Electric from Keldeo. He might bring that, knowing that Jellicent walls Keldeo. Also, Gardevoir gets Thunderbolt, and then Zapdos obviously gets Thunderbolt too, but it's mainly for the HP Electric Keldeo, because I wouldn't stay in on Zapdos with this Jellicent, unless we can somehow tank to it. So anyway, that was Jellicent. It's pretty straightforward, It's just spit F. Then we have AV Clefable with Moonblast, Ice Beam, Flamethrower, and Shadow Ball. Again, it's different, but it's not very it's not very the set kind of makes sense, I have Moonblast just for things, just for stab, like for Keldeo pretty much, and then Ice Beam for a bunch of things, and then Flamethrower for just Fortress, or Luvani, I guess, but yeah, and then Shadow Ball just for the Bannete. So I felt like Ovasolvas was good because it gives me a secondary check to Keldeo. It's a switch into Zapdos as well. It's a switch into Gardevoir. Like it's basically a secondary switch. Like if I don't want to switch into Jellicent, I'd probably switch into Clefable. But I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna be leading off with Clefable because I just want to get a big hit off first of all. Like I want to lead with Clef and just get a big hit off. I know I'm not very offensive with this set, but I can live a Life Orb. No, I think I can live. I know I can live with this Clefable. I can live any. Sorry. Oh, jeez. Okay, I can live any hits from Landorus that isn't choice banded. Oops, that's the wrong Landorus. Sorry, I'm still calcing this. Well, okay, Adamant Life. Well, that's level 100. Okay. Adamant Life Orb, I believe, does not kill me. It comes really close. Adamant Life Orb does 85.5 to 100.9%. So that's a 6.3 chance of OHKOing my Clefable. So if he'd have to be like Choice Banded to be able to kill me. I'm just gonna calc that real quick. If he's Jolly Choice Banded, I still don't think I think he has to be Adamant Choice Banded to kill. Yeah. Well, Earthquake has a 31.3% chance of killing if he's Jolly Banded. But I really don't expect him to be banded. I mean, he might. He honestly might. But Gligar's right there. So, you know, that's just the thing. And then I can OHKO him back with Ice Beam as long as he doesn't have that Yachi. So next up, Defensive Mega Scizor. Haven't brought this once this year, or this season. I initially really wanted to bring Gligar. I think it was a really solid bring. But then shoutouts again to my team builder helper dude, Ryan. If you're watching this, I don't know what to call you, so you can just tell me if you want me to call you anything or not in these videos. But anyway, Roost Defog, U-turn, Bullet Punch. It's just defensive. It takes on, Landorus. We don't get to a KO'd by most spreads of Landorus do not 2 KO this thing. I'm actually changing this U-turn to Toxic. I'm just doing that. I'm doing it. So that's cool. Bullet Punch is for priority. It also walks a Haxorus, like I said. I don't know if I said that or not, but yeah, that's why this is there. Completely walls the Cinccino. Pretty much walls the Hawlucha as well, and also Leavanny. Because Leavanny, at this point, it was actually doing a good amount of work, because Leavanny does get knockoff for Gligar. So Leavanny in the sun with the chlorophyll could actually be a problem for this team. But as long as it doesn't run like HP Fire or something, we should be good with this Scizor. I know Zapdos gets Heat Wave, so I'm going to be mindful of that. I'd probably stay in against Mega Bannete, because offensively, Mega Bannete is such a threat. And, yeah, so I want to be able to Toxic that thing. So yeah, pretty, self-explanatory. Last but not least, we have Tempest, our Tornadus, bringing it the second time. It should have got a kill last week, but it didn't, so. Anyway, Icy Wind, Hurricane, U-turn, and Rain Dance. Kind of makes sense to me, where we have enough speed to outspeed a Keldeo, and just Hurricane it to death. Obviously, unless it's Scarfed, but Icy Wind, pretty obvious. I brought ice coverage on a lot of things on this team just because his team is so weak to ice. I wanted to bring Heat Wave, but I didn't really think it would be useful, just in general, because if it's just for Forretress, it wouldn't really make sense to me. Like, Hurricane's gonna do a lot to it anyway. Same kind of thing with Greninja. I didn't want to run HP Fire with it because I knew that Dark Pulse was gonna do a lot anyway. And so yeah, that's that. Hoping we can pick up a win. I still have to gen Mega Scizor. I haven't even gen that thing yet, because we made the change. So anyway, that's gonna be that. I might make a few different changes. I'll make sure to tell you in the battle video. So make sure you're going to go check that out tomorrow. It'll be up tomorrow. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button. And again, stay tuned for the battle, which is going up tomorrow on my channel. So make sure you subscribe there so that you can watch, the battle. So yeah, once again, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.